Graal Online Classic, an MMO role-playing game with an open-world experience, full of toxic players and dumb ideas. But what if I told you that players on Graal come in all different shapes and sizes? Today, I'll be discussing the different type of Graalians that you may have encountered, or different kinds of Graalians in general. Let's start with the basic one. The noobs. Noobs are newly players who have very little knowledge and experience within the game. They usually ask about items and where to get them. Obviously nobody tends to help them. They are oblivious towards Graal events and are almost clueless without proper communication. They get stuck on the tutorial page. But once they figure the little things out, they immediately start begging people for their accounts, or begging people to donate them graalits. Though little to their advantage, nobody ever helps a hopeless noob. Noobs are a lost cause, and gotta figure out things on their own. Sparers. You've probably already guessed what these players do. Your typical everyday sparring. They spar all day, and every day. Their main focus is to build up their wins. They even look for players to help them boost up their stats. Winning is their main focus, but the real sparers would take it upon themselves to level up their stats without help. But on an average, they tend to private message friends or random sparers every now and then, but they would never lose focus on their main objective, which is to gain spar coins, to eventually get some items for their hard work. Impressive. The role players. These players attempt to stand in the most crowded and public areas and begin to roleplay, whether if that's through private messages or public use. They find different ways to talk and interact with each other, though people also use this to their advantage of dating online. Yes, that's right, they online date in a minimal of 1 to 2 days. These players don't mean anyone harm, but some crazy dudes can harass using this method of extreme roleplaying. So be careful on how you use it. However, real-life interactions can be made too, as well as meeting in real life. The savages. These players are nothing but troublemakers. They will steal your graalits, steal your kills, steal your bugs. They will do anything and everything to ensure that you have a terrible time. Savages usually troll every so often for their luck on trying to get what they want. They will also flex their highest tier items onto lower class noobs, the ones who are not capable of holding their own, the ones who are in doubt of everyday activities. These savage players are nothing but bullies, and they do things to make others unhappy for their own entertainment. It's as simple as that. The AFK players. These players sit in a corner and don't move. These players often talk to Graalians through private messaging most of the time. They have the highest hours than any average player on the worldwide map. The profile stats is 100% important to them. They play the game just to stand around countless of times. Yes, it's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? They get really repetitive and crazy. But that's what they do best, on all accounts. Just AFK all freaking day. All freaking day. God damn them. The richest players. These players have all the graalits in the world. They buy graalits with their mum's credit card in order to maintain their wallet. They buy all the foods and items within the daily rewards for every month. They AFK on the bench while purchasing the graalits. They buy every single item that releases from every goddamn Graal event. The richest players also tend to flex their items on the less worthy foes, and are almost way too proud to care about another person's wallet funds. Truly a nasty sighting. These players are truly selfish scums, although they do gain popularity. The OGs. The OGs are the players who have been around since the beginning of time. The majority of them have experienced old history. They have legendary items. They are true towards other OGs. They cherish their items as a piece of memory. They revisit the game occasionally, and they are very independent. They will grind alone if they ever needed to. OGs know everything about the game. They have experienced the oldest generation of Graal, and they are known as the oldest Graalians to have ever lived. Upon the oldest players to have witnessed the first launch of the game, in 2009. Trash talkers. These are players who have serious temper issues. They usually lash out when they get offended. These players often go on a killing spree, as they tend to kill other players repetitively to cool off their anger. They would almost always make sure to have the last word in every argument. They say nasty words through private messages, and then would block you instantly. They don't care about anybody else, and would sometimes even attempt to hack your account if they get too offended. Overall, they are nothing but thugs and losers. It's really sad. They have no life in reality. The silent players. These players can also be known as extreme gossipers. These are the players who go around Graal and find entertainment and drama. Whether if that'd be arguments, debates, or just your regular everyday toxicity. They will find that nature and watch in silence. They will seek drama for their own interests. They will stand around Graal and watch the entertainment unfold, as if they are watching a movie. They won't say a word and will enjoy the drama. They think of it as amusing and funny. It's kinda ridiculous, but that's just a fact of life. The advertisers. These are the players who decorate their homes for other players to visit. They literally make their house designs perfect, then advertise it in public areas. Whether if that'd be regular house visits, or code shops and other things. They are advertising their products and creations for the top house spot on the leaderboards. These players advertise all day, every day, standing in various popular places. That's all they do, kill time, all the time, never stop, not even after the clock. Thanks for watching. I'm sure there's many more different player types, but the list goes on, and I can't fit them all in one video. So, feel free to comment down below, of what others I've missed. And we'll catch you in the next video. Farewell.